Minister, I wanted to ask you, it's our understanding that you hosted some Toronto MPs at your home last night. Can you outline for us how that came about, what they wanted to talk to you about, and how you addressed their concerns about the fallout from the St. Paul's by-election?
So I would say that's not entirely accurate. John McKay is the chair of the 416 caucus, and he chaired an in-person meeting of some 416 caucus members. I offered my backyard because it's in a central location. So we did have a meeting. John chaired it. I think it was a really, really valuable opportunity for us to talk with each other, to talk about the results of the by-election, to talk about what they mean, to talk about hearing what Canadians are telling us, and to talk about working really, really hard to do a better job of delivering for Canadians on the things that they need.
Excuse me, and can you address the calls for change that are coming from some prominent Liberals who say, following that by-election, something significant needs to happen? The leader needs to change, some sort of policy development needs to happen. There needs to be a symbol that the party is listening to the results, and there has to be a reaction to that. Do you think that that your government needs to make a significant change here?
The Prime Minister has my full support. I know he has the full support of Cabinet, and I know he has the full support of the vast, vast majority of Liberal MPs. The people of Toronto St. Paul's did send us a message, and it is absolutely incumbent on us to hear that message. That message was, things are hard. Life is really challenging right now, and you, our government, need to do a better job delivering for us on the things that matter in our lives. You need to do a better job making life easier for us. We are committed to delivering on making life more affordable for Canadians. We're talking today about making life more affordable for our brilliant Olympian athletes, but we also need to make life more affordable for families with kids, with things like early learning and childcare. We need to make life more affordable by delivering dental care, by delivering pharmacare. We need to do that. We need to make life better for Canadians by delivering economic growth, by investing in jobs and growth. And we need to do it all in a fiscally responsible way so that interest rates can come down, because we recognize that interest rates have started to come down. That is really good news, but high interest rates are still a real burden on people across the country. So yeah, Canadians, people in Toronto St. Paul's, they sent us a message. They said, work harder, deliver for us. Things are hard for us. We expect you to work hard and deliver results and make things easier. And that's what we are totally committed to doing.
How concerned are you about U.S. retaliation on Canadian companies due to the digital services tax?
Thank you for the question. And I think it's worth starting by being very, very clear that Canada's preference is and always has been a multilateral solution on the DST, a multilateral agreement around Pillar 1. Canada also has been and continues to be engaged in bilateral conversations with the United States about a win-win outcome for our two countries, which are so closely connected. When it comes to the DST, Canada has played a big role, and we as a country made a big sacrifice in the work towards a multilateral solution. And we made that sacrifice by agreeing to pause our DST. We committed to doing that until the end of 2023 because there was an international commitment to get Pillar 1 done by then. That didn't happen. And we didn't get Pillar 1 done by the end of June either. And it was simply not reasonable, not fair for Canada to indefinitely put our own measures on hold.
Bureau, your party is 20 points down in the polls, and you've lost one of the safest Liberal seats in the city you've represented, largely due to voters' concerns around the cost of living and their finances. Can you explain why you should stay on as finance minister?
Well, that's a choice for the Prime Minister, of course. But what I will say is there was definitely a clear message from the voters of Toronto St. Paul's. And I think it's really important for our government to hear that message and to act on that message. And that message was, things are hard. Life is hard. You, as the government, need to act and deliver to make life easier for us. We hear that, and we know that we have to work harder, and we have to deliver and show results for Canadians. We have to deliver on housing. We have to deliver on making life more affordable. We have to deliver on economic growth and jobs. And we have to continue to do all of that in a fiscally responsible way that allows interest rates to continue to come down. So that's what we're committed to doing.